Hi, welcome back to Between the Benches, your go-to place for all hockey news. New York is without a king today. I thought we were going to be making a lot of fun, interesting videos this offseason, drafts, free agency, who's going to make what move for the playoffs, but this one kind of just sucks, to be honest. The king of New York, Henrik Lundqvist, has been bought out today. And I know that gives him, free reign to do whatever he wants. If he wants to, go to a contender, maybe, make some moves there, or just retire, be with his family. But it's an end of an era, really. Henrik Lundqvist has been playing hockey most of my life, all of what I can remember at least, and he's always been just a fantastic goalie. There's a reason why they call him the king. The jerseys I got in the background all are teams from the state of New York. We got the Islanders, Devils. I know they're New Jersey, but Buffalo, and his jersey over there hanging up. And really, he is the king of New York, and not just the city. The Islanders, they had Tavares in that time. The Devils had, Kovalchuk, and, lots of good players. Buffalo won a President's Trophy, before they sucked forever. But no one played like King Hank. No team had a guy like King Hank, who he was to the Rangers and what he brought. So I just wanted to, just really go over, there may be some people just getting into hockey who don't really know who he is, and you look at his stats this year and you're like, oh man, this old guy sucks, but there's so much more to King Hank than meets the eye. So, played 889 games, which already for a goaltender, just insane. Save percentage, .918, career, insane. 64 shutouts. And 2.44 goals against average. In the modern era, that's pretty fantastic. Those numbers are hard to beat. They're hard to match even. And it shows. He holds 50 Ranger records. 50. If there's a record that's tied to goaltending, Henrik Lundqvist has it for the Rangers. If there's a record in general, he probably has it too. Wouldn't be surprised if he scored a couple goals, honestly. He was just such a colossal piece to the Rangers. The moment he stepped on the ice, all the way to this season. He was picked 200th overall, 7th round in his draft. 7th round, Henrik Lundqvist fell. And that just kind of shows the quality of player he is. You picked in the 7th round, things aren't looking good. You're playing in Sweden, it's really far away. But he worked, and he made his way to the NHL, and he just became the king of New York. And that is just such an impressive feat for a guy picked 200th overall. He's the only NHL goalie to record 30 wins in his first 7 seasons. These numbers are just insane when you look at everything Lundqvist has done in the NHL. And he was nominated for the Vezina in 06, 07, 08, won in 2012, and 13. In 06, he was a rookie. He was nominated for the Vezina as a rookie, and he lost to Mika Kiprusoff, the Finnish god. You can't even blame him for losing that. That's just such a fantastic track record. It's hard to see a goalie so good. When the Rangers were good, Henrik Lundqvist was there. When the Rangers were bad, Henrik Lundqvist was there. He was just such a fantastic player. And even, they got the nice young guys who are really looking promising, Shesterkin and Georgiev. And even then, he took a step back. He was a mentor. He was a locker room presence, He was just this huge thing for the organization. And the last stat that I really want to include with that is nominated for the King Clancy in 1920. And that goes to players who exemplify leadership, quality, sportsmanship, everything that hockey's about, on and off the ice. So, contributes to the community. And Henrik Lundqvist really did that. He's not just called the king of New York because he was a badass goalie, but he did so much for the city, so much for his team. And even though the Rangers are looking good, they got Lafreniere, they got Kakko, Panarin's been a beast for them, Zibanejad, fantastic as always. It's going to be hard to find a guy like King Lundqvist. And I don't really think they will, to be honest. Not for a long time, at least. Goalies like this, very rarely come. And to buy him out, we get it. They're going to go pretty crazy in free agency. And at the end of the day, it's a business, but it doesn't make it any easier. Sometimes you kind of wish some players finish their career places. You always wish, Ryan Miller retired as a Sabre, stayed there to the end. You wish, Brodeur stayed with New Jersey all the time, didn't go to St. Louis. You wish Gretzky finished as an Oiler. And King Henrik, I kind of thought he was going to finish as a Ranger, and maybe he does. Maybe he walks away from the sport today, hangs up the pads, calls it quits. But wherever he goes, it'd be fantastic to watch him get a ring. I don't think anything would be more satisfying than to watch the King lift the cup. But the Rangers, they're going in a different direction. It's a business. They're going to be awesome next year. They're going to make some great signings. They're going to be contenders. And I think Lundqvist is okay with that. I think he's very, everything I've been watching of the interviews today with him, all the news, him talking about, this is a mutually parted thing. It hurts. No one wants to see the King go. I'm not a Rangers fan, but even I, love what Lundqvist has done. So seeing him retire like this is just, or not retire, but get bought out and perhaps retire is huge. But, it's what you got to do in this business, and it's fantastic to see what he's done. And, yeah, all we can really do is wait. But thank you very much for checking in. Please hit like and subscribe. Comment your favorite Lundqvist moment. Like, he's been such a monumental part of everyone's lives, and I'm sure in the hockey world that you can find some great clips, some fantastic moments, 2014 Cup run, stuff like that. Anyways, thank you very much for checking in, and I'll catch you guys soon.